Hey, how you doing? I want to talk a little bit about self love. Anyone who's on their self on a self inquiry and they're looking to combat a mindset that doesn't serve them anymore, like depression, anxiety, stress, low self worth, low self esteem, the first thing you need to start to do is learn to love yourself. If you're getting over a breakup, if you're getting over redundancy, all these sort of things, we might be in a very low vibration. And to raise your vibration, which I think is the aim for everyone, is to raise their vibration, to have the most energy and the most highest vibration, the highest frequency, and live in that high frequency. And to raise it, the very first step is to learn to love yourself. Now, some people might see that as really hard. So I've spoke to friends recently and asked, can you look in the mirror and say, I love you? Do you love yourself? And bear in mind, this is not an arrogant ego. Love yourself. This is truth. This is, do you truly love and appreciate and you're grateful for what you are, that person you are? So many people really, really struggle with that, which I find amazing. Now, although when I reflect back, I find there was clearly times when I didn't. I spent it certainly after my marriage breakup, and when I look back at some of my life, there's times when I didn't love myself. But I realised that that's what I needed to do to become the best version of myself. So what we do is we don't tend to give ourselves credit. We don't tend to believe in ourselves. We don't treat ourselves well, as in input from our body. We don't, give ourselves the right food, give ourselves the right drink, and so on. We don't exercise. We don't see ourselves as that important, and we don't have that real self belief that if we loved ourselves in the right way, and we looked after all of our senses and all of our body and our mind, most importantly our mind, I'm talking about, then if we did do that, we would receive and experience so much more that this world, this universe has to offer. There's so much more joy, so much more happiness, so much more miracles, so many great things that happen to people that have an open mind and an open heart. Living life with no self belief and no self worth and self doubt is just very, very low vibrational. So we're trying to raise our vibration, and the very first step of that is self love. So what I want to talk about today is being kind to yourself. So if we use language like, "Oh, I can't do that," "Oh, I'm just no good at that," I'm crap at that, "I can't do something for me, don't do that, I'm never going to be able to do that," all that sort of thing, or "Oh, wait, no, these things always happen to me. I'm so unlucky. I'm so unlucky. It's never, nothing ever's going to happen. I can't do that." If you constantly have that doubt, you don't have that positivity, and so, and you like constantly say things that are negative, you constantly preempt negative things that are going to happen, then they will definitely happen. That's what will carry on happen. If you're at that vibration, that's what you'll get back, 100%. Now, if you are a lot more positive and you're like, yeah, I can do that, I'd be great at that, I'd love to have a go at that, and I'd give it all my all, and yeah, I'm a decent person, of course, I'm a lovely guy. If you've got that positive vibration, then you get that back. Now, people will say that's really, really hard, and I agree, that can be really hard. So I've got a little exercise for you. It would be really cool to do this in some sort of meditation setting, or you just sit quietly in your own. But what you need to do is imagine sit in a quiet place. If your eyes closed, ideally, but if not, it doesn't matter. It can be any time really, but just imagine the person sitting in front of you who's you when you was 10. So a 10-year-old version of you. And imagine them having no self-worth, having a lot of doubt, a lot of fear, thinking they can't do things, thinking that they're not good enough, thinking that they look terrible, thinking that they don't fit in, thinking that they're never going to amount to anything. Imagine that version, and it's you. It's not someone like you, it's you sitting in front of you. And then tell that person, that 10-year-old version of you, what they need to hear. And if you go through that exercise, you're going to tell them how wonderful they are. You're going to tell them the opportunities they've got. You're going to tell them they can be anything they want in the world. You're going to tell them they're beautiful young children, a young child. You're going to tell them that they can achieve anything, and they're lovely, and they're very kind, and everyone loves them, and everyone cares for them. You're going to tell them all these amazing things. And then when you stop that and you realise that, what you're telling yourself, then stop and look at what you tell yourself now. And why is it any different? Tell me why that is any different. You should be telling yourself now exactly the same thing as you would tell a 10-year-old version of you if you was able to talk to them. So try that as a little activity, and I'd be interested to hear how that goes. Anyway, I hope it works. I hope you learn to love yourself. I hope you start being kind to yourself, because the more you love yourself, the more you're going to start loving other people, and the much happier, much easier life becomes. I promise you. Take care.